Hello and welcome to my weekly vlog. It is Monday, July 17th. And I am about to go to the school. I've got my son with me. He might talk or scream or something in the background while I'm doing this. Hopefully not. I'm going to go to the school. My teaching partner is there. I'm going to try and get as much done as I can. I do have to bring my son today because my husband works. And on a normal week, I would just go in the days that my husband's off so that he could watch my son and I wouldn't have to worry about it. But unfortunately, these are the only, today and tomorrow, the only 2 days I can go into the school because Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I have VBS and I have it from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I won't have time to go into the classroom because that evening I have musical practice. This week's vlog, hopefully I'll have plenty of content from today and tomorrow. See you at the school. Alright, so I finished this cabinet here with the tape, and I never even ran out of one roll. So if you have cabinets and you have 2 file cabinets and you can use a whole, just one roll of tape, so that's awesome. Then I've had this crate in my back corner for a long time. Last year, actually, funny story, a hamster, class hamster from next door got loose and made a little nest in the corner over there. I had some chocolate in here and had gotten into it, and so I am now cleaning it out of all my stuff. This folder is from a few years ago that I used for grading before I started coming up with better ideas. So right now I'm going through all this stuff and I'm organizing it to get my desk back to the way it was, and I'll be back with you once my desk is back. My desk's not finished yet, but at least I got all that stuff cleaned off of it and relocated. My son is on the floor being cranky. Cranky! I have gotten basically nothing done. I have no money to go out to the store and get the things I need. And so I'm at a loss for what I'm going to do next. So we'll find out. Okay, so I pulled out my crates that I use kind of as shelves and kind of put them together. Whiteboards, clipboards, and then in these we'll have crayons, erasers and glue, and rulers. And then I've got a couple extra that I used to put in here, and those will probably have pencils and something else. I haven't quite decided yet. I need to put some labels on here. I never have before. I don't know why, but I'll put some labels on those. Well, I'm home now. I apologize if the camera is shaking again. I kind of have to leave the car on while I talk because the air is on. It makes it nice and cool. I felt like I didn't really get anything done today. I put tape on the other file cabinet. There was a crate full of junk that I'd kept in the back of my room for forever, and so I cleaned it out and put things away and kind of organized that, and then cleaned everything off my desk and plugged my computer in and stuff. Pulled out my crates that I use as shelving units, put some of that together, and then I got on my computer and I kind of looked up my open house packet, looked up our Hogwarts letter that we're going to give the kids to see what I could do there. But the thing was that my son would not let me put him down for longer than 5 minutes without crying and being upset, and that's not usually like him. I can usually leave him alone for a good amount of time and he'll just play with his toys. So I don't know if it was the new environment or the fact that he just got over getting sick. Saturday and Sunday he had a fever and cranky. I don't know if it was teething, and maybe that's why he's still a little cranky today. I don't know. But those of you who are teachers and have small children, or your children are older but you remember when they were small and you might have had to take them to work with you because maybe your husband worked, you couldn't find anybody to babysit. I just feel like a burden asking people. So I took him with me and I got almost nothing done. There is still so much to do, and school starts in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow. So I'm going to go back in tomorrow. I'm going to take my paint in, my red paint, and try to do my platform 9 3/4. I really hope that I can at least get something done tomorrow. And then I was thinking that I am going to post this vlog on Saturday because even though I have VBS Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I thought Friday afternoon I would go ahead and do a reflection on VBS because I did find out that they have given me kindergartners. I don't like working with kindergartners all that much just because they're so young. I only have 6, so it shouldn't be bad, but I thought I'd give you a little reflection on what it was like to work with kindergartners when I'm used to working with 6th graders. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello, it's Tuesday, July 18th, and it is actually 2:30 in the afternoon. I am recording this now after I've already been to the school because this morning I was trying to get good light when I was in the car, but I don't know if it was the time of day or what. I tried when I was at home, and then I drove to the school and tried a couple different places, and I just couldn't find good light, and I was too nervous at school to record while my teaching partner was right next door. So I didn't do that. The plan for today was at least to get my door done and to put up my platform 9 3/4 today. I took my paint to school and I already had the sponges there. Yesterday was really difficult with my son because he kept crying every 5 minutes and I feel like I didn't really get anything done. Today, however, was a lot better. I just kind of let him cry for a while and he finally fell asleep and I was able to get a lot done, and you'll kind of see a clip about that as well. Teaching with kids, it's hard. When you've got little tiny ones like that and your husband's at work all day and you have to be at school, your only choice is to take your kids with you. And sometimes you still don't get much done, but at least I got something done these past 2 days. Okay guys, here is my 9 3/4 wall. I think it turned out so awesome. Used the paint that I got at Walmart for 50 cents each, 3 different kinds of red, 3 different sponges, and I just kind of went in, not really any sort of pattern, and I really like the way that it looks like this because it looks worn. I love it. It turned out very well, and it took, I would say, an hour at least. And yay! Ah, that's the angels singing because my son finally fell asleep. Hallelujah. Okay, so I took a piece of cardstock and I cut it kind of right down here and I folded each of the flaps in opposite directions. That's where I was testing markers there. Then I went on Google and I found a picture of platform 9 3/4. This isn't exactly the picture I found. I kind of made it my own a little bit by leaving some of it out. Traced it, and then I outlined it with Sharpie and colored it with a colored pencil, and I made sure to do it on both sides so that when I put it out in the hall, it'll tape down here and here so that people coming on either side can see the sign. And unfortunately, you can see through it. That's the unfortunate part, but oh well. Best I could do on a tight budget. Okay, so my door is up. Let's take a closer look. I think it looks pretty fantastic if I do say so myself. Do you think it's fantastic? Okay, so now that you've seen my clips of what we got finished today, what we got accomplished, I was able to get my door done and I think it looks great. I think it turned out so well. I love the way it looks and I'm really excited to keep working next week. I do have VBS tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I am going to do a reflection on Friday afternoon about how VBS went since I'm going to have kindergartners. Granted, I only have 6 of them, but still that is not an age I'm really used to. So we're going to see how it goes. VBS is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. 5 hours, which I'm not sure I understand, but we'll see how it goes. So I will see you on Friday with my reflection. Well, my VBS bag is ready to go. Whoop whoop. Are you ready for VBS? Hello, I am back from VBS. Holy cow, I am glad that's over. It was a really great time, but it was also stressful. I think I mentioned before that I was supposed to have the kindergarten and first grade group, well, one of the kindergarten and first grade groups, and I had 6 of them in my group. Okay, so we get there on Wednesday, and I do not have 6 kindergarten and first graders. I have 8 kindergarten and first graders. And they're all girls. They are cousins or their siblings, and they're in the same group because then they touch each other and they climb all over each other. And you're constantly having to ask them to please sit down. So the first day was kind of stressful because what we do is we go out to a farm where they have it set up like Jerusalem. And they have like a marketplace, we do crafts, and then they have a lesson where there were men who pretended to be the disciples, who pretended to be Jesus. And that was really, really cool. The kids loved it. I thought that was fantastic. The whole VBS itself was pretty fantastic. But it was really hot, and then we came back to the church and we ate lunch, and then we went outside and we played, and it was hot, and there wasn't a plan for the rest of the afternoon. So basically kids were running wild. Some of the groups were not led by adults, they were led by teenagers, and teenagers sometimes will be teenagers and they want to mess around, and so their kids are running around while I'm trying to keep my group to kind of stay put and sit on their, blanket spot that we had for them. We wanted them to sit down and be patient and, talk. They could talk a little bit, and if they got a little wiggly, a little bit, whatever. But what I didn't want was running around, and they were running around, so it was really stressful. And then just like on the first day of school, which happens all the time, Thursday, I got a new kid. So now I'm up to 9. And I'm now the biggest group of kindergarten first graders. I did have 2 middle school boys that were helping me. One of the middle school boys, though, kind of got the kids in trouble sometimes because he himself is very hyper, but he's also really helpful. So I had them to help me, which was nice. I was the main disciplinarian. And then we come to today, and I go from 9 kids to 10 kids today. And I am most definitely the biggest group, and they are all girls still. And most of them know each other and are siblings or cousins, and they're all over each other constantly. And I even had to pull one aside and have a conversation about how you need to stop touching people because they just want to touch people all the time. And that's just how, kindergarten and first graders, they have a short attention span, and they are very wiggly, and they want to run, and they want to play. And that's fine. What needed to happen, though, was there needed to be activity after activity after activity, and there was a lot of dead space where we had to wait, and the 4th and 5th graders were doing fine waiting, but my kindergartners and first graders, they could not sit. We needed to have a plan, and then when they were done with an activity, there wasn't a plan of what to do when you're done, so then they're all running around crazy, and I'm getting stressed out. Overall, I had a lot of fun. The girls were adorable and cute, but I will tell you right now, I am glad it's over, and I am so glad I teach 6th grade. That is the end of my vlog this week. Because of VBS, I wasn't able to do a lot in my room, so I've only got my 9 3/4 door done. I got my cabinets outlined with the tape and a couple things on desks, but I realized I'm going to have to fix my desks around because for some reason I don't know what I was thinking. I have 6 groups and I was like, oh yeah, that'll be plenty. And then I'm like, duh, there are 4 houses. So next week, that's what I get to do. Next week is my last full week that I can be in the classroom and working. So I'm going to try and get as much of that done as I can. This week was hard because I had to bring my son, and my son was very cranky and wanted me to hold him every 5 minutes. And so I had to do a little bit of ignoring him, letting him cry, and letting me get my work done. And when I finally did that, he did go to sleep, so that was nice. And there might be a couple days next week that I have to bring my son again. I will try and save things that I can do, mostly sitting down, for those 2 days, because it's only going to be 2 days next week that I'll have to do that. So, thank you so much
for watching my vlog this week, and I hope that you stay tuned for next week's episode. Alright, see you guys later.